Dude!
What?
JRPG news.
Oh, man.
Hello, everybody. Welcome. We love saying, dude, JRPG news, and then laughing about it on this show. So welcome to the show called Dude JRPG News. You are either watching this on the Turn-Based Memories YouTube channel or the newly created Dude JRPG News YouTube channel. So, yeah. So I'm going to say, let's just choose a date right now. It's October now that we're recording this, the beginning of October. Let's just say December 1st. December 1st, all the news, Dude JRPG news segments on Turn-Based Memories will be deleted, and we will only be uploading this news show to the Dude JRPG News channel. So you can get them separated. So people who just want our normal podcast or our other kind of RPG videos, you should stay subscribed to Turn-Based Memories. And if you want just the news, the weekly news show that we're doing now, go subscribe to Dude JRPG News. Probably if you type Dude JRPG News, it still won't come up. Even if there's nothing with the exact same name and you search for the exact same name, it's gotta have some time under the algorithm, I guess, before it'll even bother listing you.
Probably true.
Yeah. So, but I searched for JRPG News and then just filtered it out to just this week, things that were uploaded this week, and then the channel showed up. So that's another way you can find it. Or we could just freaking link it in the description. There we go.
Oh, wow. Big one. That's a good idea.
Yeah. So this is our weekly JRPG news show, Dude JRPG News, where we tell you...
Only news show for dudes. Yes, go ahead.
Yeah. I mean, dudettes can listen to it too, but this one is specially crafted for the dude community.
Yes.
Yeah. So, and we're going to talk about the JRPG news. Of course, just RPGs, mostly JRPGs. So, not going to be a ton of news every time. But we're going to let you guys have fun listening to it anyway. And I'm here with my co-host, Mel. Hey, dude.
Hey, how's it going?
Going good. And I am Zoltan. So, I shall go first. With two of them. Marchen Forest, Milne and the Forest Gift. GIF. G-I-F, right? Sorry. The Forest Gift. This is a game that's coming out on PS4, on Switch, and PC on Steam. January 28th, next year, worldwide. It's going to be $35. It's published by Clouded Leopard Entertainment. Never heard of them. Don't care for the name. And the developer's name is Primary Orbit. Okay. What do you think of the name Primary Orbit, Mel?
It's so hard to come up with a studio and a publisher name these days. It's okay. I think I like that one.
Okay. Let's talk about another one that maybe nobody's talking about. Falconeer. Heard of this game, Mel?
I have not.
This game is only coming to the Xbox platforms and Steam. It's coming out on November 10th. And it looks like it's listed in the freaking RPG genre section of Gematsu.com. You do upgrade your Falcon thing here, but...
Huge again.
Whoa, sorry about that. You do upgrade the Falcon and all, but I don't know if you actually level up or anything. And the gameplay is full on, just 3D flying shooting game. You fly around on your Falcon and shoot stuff, which sounds like fun to me, though. Looks like fun to me.
So this is bringing to mind Panzer Dragoon.
That's right. No, the original Panzer Dragoon was just a shooting game. And then later, Panzer Dragoon Saga came out, which is actually an RPG. I don't know if you could just action battle type, just run around freely shooting things like an action game. I know that at least I have, because I've seen it played right in front of me. The boss battles for certain were turn-based battles. I know that.
Right.
But yeah, I don't remember how the small battles were. If they were also like go out of the screen. That would be nice if it's like small battles are just random. Action on screen encounters, and then only bosses are like RPG battles. That's kind of a cool idea.
This looks really good, though. You're flying around in these like really high sky like battles on this giant bird. Looks really dramatic.
It does look dramatic, yeah. Not only come out on Xbox platforms and PC.
Yeah, Xbox Series X and PC. Yep, November 10th.
So look forward to that if you want to play a Fly on a Falcon game that might be an RPG.
Yes. Uh-huh.
What you got for us, Mel? It's your turn.
Oh, it's my turn now. I got one story, like we were saying. It's a little bit of a light week, but this another Gametsu piece here has reported that the Trails series has now sold 5 million units worldwide.
Good job, Trails.
Yeah, I counted it up just now, including whatever spin-offs and separate story arcs are involved in the series. There's about 15 games in this.
What? That's way more than I thought.
Me too, especially since they number them all deceptively, like Trails in the Sky 2. It's like the 10th game or something.
Part 2, yeah.
Yeah.
Are you sure it's just Trails games and not Legend of Heroes games that you just counted?
I'm looking at the Trails wiki page, and I counted 15 or maybe 14, unless I miscounted, little entries here in the games.
And they all have the word Trails in the series in the title?
Trails or Kiseki.
Or Kiseki.
I guess,
yeah, that's fine too.
Right.
Huh. Okay.
That's what they all have. Yeah, there are that many of them, including the one that came out in August for PS4.
Was that Trails of Cold Steel 4 or something else? Oh, no, maybe it was one of the prequels, Trails of Zero.
No, it's a spin-off. It's under the spin-off category.
Okay.
This is Hajimari no Kiseki.
That's the one, yeah, the recent one that came out. So, I don't know what list you're looking at there, but does it show, say which one is the oldest one and what system it came out on?
The oldest one is in 2004, and that came out on the PC, PSP, and then I guess later it came on the PS3 and the Vita.
Okay,
it was
so
04.
So PSP is where the series started.
Yeah, probably, primarily. And yeah, I mean, this is a really good series. I'm sure if you listen to this channel, you have heard about the Trails series. It's one of those series I had always heard, like, this is the perfect game and everyone should play it.
Yeah.
Period.
Totally.
And I broke down a while back, and I did play a lot of the first one on the PC release.
Trails in the Sky you played, right?
Trails in the Sky.
Not the very first one, yeah.
Well, this is the first one of the Trails games, not the Legend of Heroes games, I suppose.
But is it the first one? Is it the first Kiseki game, too?
Good question. Confusing.
Well, the one you said earlier, was it this game that no, PSP.
Yeah, I'm looking at it here, and it says Trails in the Sky.
Okay,
yeah, this is the game I played.
Okay, that's the one. Yeah, the first one is Trails in the Sky. Okay, now we know.
Yeah, so Trails in the Sky, following the characters Estelle and Joshua Bright. Yeah, that's the one I played. Mm-hmm. Very good turn-based role-playing game.
Nice.
Remarkable battle system, really well written. Like
the
dialogue, it's not voiced, it's all text box, but that's fine.
Probably better.
Does a nice combo of 2D and 3D graphics. You have 2D sprites on a 3D world that you can rotate around, and combat's very snappy and doesn't get dull, and it puts up a good challenge. It is probably exactly what everyone says. It's the only one I played. I own that one and the second chapter
of Trails in the Sky.
Because they were both on sale at the time, so I bought them both.
Yeah.
Didn't play the second one yet.
And supposedly the games are all very connected. You're always advised to start with Trails in the Sky and not Trails of Cold Steel. Right. People are saying that I haven't heard any details, and I guess I'd rather not hear any details. And I guess maybe I'll play it someday. I would like to, right? I have a feeling that I would like to. But anyway, like people are saying, like this is the one of the best stories you can ever get with a JRPG. And like I remember the channel Tark's Gauntlet compared it to being on the same level as Xenogears, which is insane.
So all I can say, knowing the story of the first game, is if it continues putting up that level of like story arc, it's better than 99% of
JRPGs.
RPG like
RPGs,
story arcs.
Yeah.
Like, it is really like, holy crap. And there's so much going on off screen, which I think is kind of unusual for an RPG where you're like, someone comes back and they were involved in X, Y, and Z, and you're like, oh my God. And you go there later in the game and discover what they were doing and all. There's a lot of detective work involved in a weird way, at least in the first game. Mm-hmm. And toward the end of it, there are some seriously interesting character payoffs.
Nice. Yeah, that's what the impression I get is that it's maybe the thing with Xenogears is that it's full of all these references to real life religions and things like that, and then also it's like full of foreshadowing. And if you want to get the actual entire story, you have to buy this other book that was only released in Japanese, but you can see it translated on the internet now. It's something like that. It's insane. But yeah, the impression I get is that Trails series is not like that. It's not. I don't know how convoluted you would say it is, but the impression I get is that it's got these really popular characters with and it's got a lot of character moments.
Yeah, it definitely does. Like, there's a lot of character growth, especially in, I think, really the main character, Estelle. She goes from being a certain type of character to a very different one in a natural sense over the course of the game. And it is about your journey to become essentially a mercenary, a paid combatant they call bracers. And it starts off with you getting your license to become a bracer and then getting involved in these really big political intrigue plots. Like, erstwhile, you're not intending to get involved in something this big so early, but you end up getting lumped into it because your father is a really big, like, political player, and you don't even really know what he does. He's also a bracer, but he's really distant, and he's also, like, one of the best bracers in the world, and he goes away for a long time, and you inadvertently get whisked up into his sort of
his conflicts.
Drama. Yeah, his conflicts, and then that ends up trial by firing you into becoming a really seasoned bracer really quickly in a way that I think they pull off, like, without it feeling like, anime child saves the world number 5,000.
Yeah.
They managed to make it feel more natural than it sounds.
Awesome. Well, congratulations to the Trail series. It's kind of a rising star these days. It's getting more and more popularity very slowly, kind of like the Persona series did, and now Persona is huge.
It would be interesting if this got that breakthrough at some point. I'm wondering when that'll happen.
It's possible, right? I mean, for now, it's going to continue to win over all the JRPG heads, right?
Yeah, I think the accessibility is really what did it. A lot of them showed up on Steam. They weren't just on like PSP and Vita and other like sort of semi-poorly supported hardware. Like, they were on major systems now. You can easily buy it. If you have PS3 or PS4, I think.
Yeah.
You can get most of these games now.
Awesome.
Pretty cool.
Yeah. Okay, thank you for that story, Mel. I've got two more, and then I guess we're done for today.
Okay.
Trials of Mana, the remake of this is the remake version of, what was it originally called? Seiken Densetsu 3, right? That's getting a version update. It's going to be version 1.1.0. It comes out on October 14th, and it adds something fun. It adds the very hard difficulty mode, which is can only be selected for a New Game Plus. But way more important than that mode is the new No Future difficulty mode, which is like the ultimate hard mode, I guess.
Jesus.
Yeah, it says it's super hard. It's for New Game Plus, but even though it's for New Game Plus, it still makes you restart New Game Plus at level 1. And
wow.
Yeah, and some abilities have been locked out. Like, I guess they declared some overpowered and just canceled those out. You can only use 3 items during a battle. Wow. And boss battles now have time limits. Whoa. Yeah. And, I haven't played the game myself, so I don't know the details of what all this stuff means. Apparently, the enemy's attack range is displayed, but the amount of time of the attack range is now shorter, so they're not going to show it for the whole battle, I guess. And these rainbow item seeds will produce high-performance equipment, though, so that's a helpful thing there.
Oh, okay.
So it sounds like cool. Very hard mode and No Future mode have been added. And a couple other little fixes. So that's nice. I'm a fan of super hard modes.
You're a fan of, are you also a fan of like Iron Man modes? You know what that means? Like a hardcore mode?
Do you mean the mode where, when you say hardcore, I think I know what you mean. The one that erases your save file?
Yeah.
I've never done it. I mean, I have the game, but I've never played yet, Diablo 3. So.
Yeah, that was going to be one of my examples.
Right. So that game has the erase your file hardcore mode. I'm aware of it. I don't know if I would like it or not. In theory, I don't.
Yeah.
In theory, I don't like it. But
on my own volition, I don't think I ever would involve myself in that kind of difficulty. But a few of my friends, that's the only way they can get any thrills when it comes to games like Diablo or Path of Exile. So they're like, "Come on, play. It's real fun. You got to play real careful. It's like, gives a real sense of tension," and it does.
It's got to be. It's got to be the ultimate
boy, does it
stress.
suck when you die.
Yeah, stress on a whole new level, man.
Yes, sir. Yes, it does.
Okay, can you imagine if like Dark Souls comes out and like freaking every time you die, the game starts over?
Just starts right over from that jail cell.
Yes. Oh my god.
Oh.
That's hardcore.
Ouch.
Okay, that's why it's called hardcore. Okay, now this last story that I have is interesting in my opinion. Just like, where did this come from? It's really from out of left field. So, it's already happened. The Square Enix YouTube channel has just recently had a live stream of Live Alive 26th anniversary. Now, Live Alive, have you heard of this game, Mel?
I've heard those words.
Yeah. A lot of people aren't sure how it's supposed to be pronounced, but if you use the Japanese pronunciation, they meant for it to be pronounced Live Alive, not Live Alive or Live Alive. But anyway, this was a Japan-only, was it Super Nintendo? Yeah, Super Nintendo game, so Super Famicom game, really. Never came out in America. And it's considered by a lot of people to be one of those top-tier RPGs, JRPGs, that the West never got, along with, for example, Seiken Densetsu 3 until we got the remake, right? And there's some other ones, I'm forgetting them, but that's one of them. And this is another one, Live Alive. And so, like, why? Well, not the 25th anniversary, not the 30th anniversary, and I don't know if they did any of these things for like the 20th or the 15th anniversary either. But it's the 26th anniversary of the game, and the freaking, where is it? The original director of the original game, a 1994 Super NES game, puts on the live stream, and joining him is the battle director of the original game, and Yoko Shimomura, the composer for the original game, and the pixel artist, Kazuyuki Kurashima. Sorry, I didn't say who the battle director was. His name is Nobuyuki Inoue. And lastly, a Japanese comedian was also there, a dude named Nobuo. And now I just took a look at it just real quick. It's all in Japanese. I should have checked by pressing the closed captions button to see if they added subtitles that way, but the live stream itself didn't have any subtitles in the video itself, so it's all in Japanese. And in the studio was just the host, which I couldn't catch his name. I was sitting there waiting for him to say it, and he never said it. I assumed he was the director guy, or maybe he was just a host. I'm not sure. But the only two people joining that person, the host, was Yoko Shimomura, the composer, and the comedian Nobuo. And the other people mentioned were on like a monitor, like live stream, calling in sort of, video calling in sort of. And, I didn't sit and watch the whole thing because I don't have time for that, unfortunately. But if I'm completely honest, it looked pretty boring. I don't know, maybe Yoko Shimomura, the composer, and the battle director, Nobuyuki Inoue, maybe they actually went into some detail about what it's like to develop a JRPG in 1994 or something, and you can get that information out of it. Perhaps. I don't know. But I noticed as I scrolled through the player timeline, that little cursor that plays along as the video goes, and I noticed there's a 40-minute live performance of Live Alive music that happened last year being played in the video. And then 40 minutes, right? And then 30 minutes, and then 10 minutes after that, there's another 30-minute live, that same. It looks like the same concert. It's the same place and the same band, and it still says Live Alive in the background. But this time, all the freaking titles, the names of the songs were written in Japanese, where in the first concert they were written in English for some reason. I don't know if they played the same songs or different songs or what. But so it's 70 minutes of just live concert footage out of this 2-hour live stream. So that's interesting.
Okay.
Yeah. So Square Enix recently trademarked Live Alive in the United States, Canada, Europe, and Australia. So what does that mean they're going to do? They're going to release it or remake it? Sounds like fun. That's all I got, Mel.
I guess so.
Yeah. Are they going to remake it or at least release it? What
else would all of this hoopla be about?
Yeah. So look forward to a Live Alive announcement of some sort coming soon, I imagine.
They sure put on a big show and then reposted an old video for some reason, I guess.
Yeah. So I guess that's all we got for the news today. You got anything else, Mel?
No, just on a general comment here, there are a lot of 25th and 35th anniversaries for games, especially in Japan, kind of rolling around in the next couple years or year or so. Mario had 35 this year. Zelda is 35 next year. So
Dragon Quest is probably 35 already as well, maybe.
Dragon Quest is probably already 35. Dragon Quest somehow probably already 50. Who knows?
Yeah.
So, yeah, I don't know. As a general comment, I think we should expect to see a lot of series hit, a lot of their anniversaries soon, events, if they can manage to do them, given the whole pandemic thing. I know that's affected Japanese development pretty severely, but we'll see. I don't know. Hopefully, fingers crossed.
Yeah. I should, hopefully this Live Alive release is going to be something worth getting to, I hope. At the very least, a solid port to current systems with an official English translation would be nice, right?
Would be nice.
Yeah. Okay, so I guess that does it for this episode of Dude JRPG News. So thank you, Mel.
Thank you, Zoltan.
Yeah, and thank you all for listening. And if you want to if you want to continue to watch these shows as they are released, starting from December 1st, they will only be uploaded to the Dude JRPG News channel and will not be uploaded to Turn-Based Memories. So go subscribe to Dude RPG News if you want that. Link will be in the description. And you can look forward to, I have finished I'm redrafting. I'm in the first redraft phase of my super long-ass review. We got to hype it up every week so that when it finally comes out, lots of people watch it, right?
Yes.
So I have redrafted 13 of the 50 pages. So there you go. Not bad.
There we go.
Yeah. All right. Thank you very much, everyone. Good night.
Good night, everyone.